following video has been rated by the creator as YTE for YouTube viewers of all ages. For the best audio quality, the use of headphones may be recommended.
The Moonshadow Mystery Channel and its affiliates make no claim to ownership or association with the topics or media discussed in this program, unless explicitly stated otherwise. This video was made for the purpose of being a form of entertainment and not for the sake of profiting from the creations, licenses, or properties belonging to other content creators or organizations. The content of this video is used and executed under the guidelines of the Fair Use Act. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, and associated canonical characters, locations, and media are the licensed, copyrighted, and intellectual properties of Hasbro Studios, DHX Media Vancouver, IDW, Lauren Faust, and Discovery Family, Discovery Kids, The Hub, and Tiny Pop. Please support the official releases. Thank you.
What's this? Oh man, it's nightmare night. Did I oversleep? Well, time to pick a costume. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have any bets. Well then, what to do? Oh, right. I'm a changeling. Oh, let's see here. Animatronic? No. The way people freak out playing Five Nights at Freddy's, I might get crushed. Bat Pony of Luna's Guard? Not sure if that would be appropriate or in bad taste. I suddenly crave crystals. The Princess of the Night. Oh wait, I did this last video. Queen Chrysalis. No, given what happened to me, that would be bad. Well, you know what they say, simple is best. Dipping bones in, changing bones. Awesome. Time to go trick-or-treating. Well, coats and mares, it's time once again for another thrilling episode of the Moonshadow Mystery Channel. Today's episode, Moonshadow Reviews, or rather, Moonshadow's Past Due Reviews, Luna Eclipsed, Season 2, Episode 4. And now here's your host, Moonshadow Mystery the Changeling. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Moonshadow Mystery Channel. I am, of course, as always, am your host, Moonshadow Mystery the Changeling. And today, as you all know, is
October 31st, 2016, aka All Hallows Eve. Or rather Halloween for the common people, and for us bronies, Nightmare Night. Now you may be wondering, thanks to the opening, where the hey am I? Well, we're coming to you live, all the way from the pits of Tartarus, to bring you this All Hallows special. That's right, everyone. We are coming straight from the pits of Tartarus. I would have been filming from Ponyville, but unfortunately it seems that Ponyville did not have their Nightmare Night decorations up. I think someone is slacking. But that's alright. Thanks to a little magic and a very convenient portal, I am coming at you from Tartarus. And is not as bad as you would think. I mean, sure, it's dismal and it's an abysmal pit, but I mean, it could be worse. Anyway, let's get on with this review. Luna Eclipsed was only the second, well, technically third if you count each part of the Season 1 opener as 2 separate episodes, but technically the second appearance of Princess Luna, and only the first one since her being brought back from being Nightmare Moon in Season 1, Episode 2. And that's the tail end. So, where does that leave us? Well, today, Nightmare Night just so happens to be a celebration of her banishment. Mind, it probably originally didn't start off that way. It more than likely, just like All Hallows, started off as a more somber, respectful holiday and just became what it's seen as now. But let's get on with the main review. Our episode opens up inside the Golden Note Library with Spike in his Nightmare Night costume, which is a dragon. Spike, I know you're a child. I know you respect your own kind. But come on, you're a comic book geek. We know this. And even if we did know this, we could assume this because you're a child and you clearly have no interest in main books. Use some creativity, man. But all is not lost because we see Twilight sparkle as Starswirl the Bearded. Which is another thing this episode is known for, as being the first time we're actually introduced to the concept of Starswirl. Starswirl. We'll end up having to do a blooper if this keeps up. Anyway, after being berated by Twilight for not recognizing a person who was apparently mentioned in a book that Twilight had given him, we see our first trick-or-treaters. 3 adorable little fillies being accompanied by Granny Smith, saying honestly what I prefer compared to the traditional trick-or-treat jingle, which goes, Nightmare Night, what a fright, give us something sweet to bite. I don't know about you ponies, but I love it. And not shortly after, we see the introduction of our first British pony, Pipsqueak. And he's clearly not being typecasted as a pirate simply because of the popularity of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, he probably is, but I'm going to pretend like he's not. But what's this? Pinkie Pie has joined the party. Well, as a chicken. And she continues to astound me with her ability to walk around in ways that are not normal. Pinkie, never change. So, as we leave the trick-or-treaters after Pinkie misidentifying Twilight's costume the same as Spike has, which I believe is going to be a running gag. It has to have at least one more time, rule of 3 and all that. We find the ponies in the center of Ponyville for a great big Halloween party. This is how things used to be. Oh, I miss it. You used to be able to have this kind of fun on Halloween before things got all uber dangerous. After a brief view of some of the various Halloween costumes, which I love all of them. I mean, not just Twilight being a grand wizard in spite being the unoriginality of a dragon. We see all kinds of amazing things. Princesses, Vikings, ladybugs, spacemen, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Rainbow Dash dressed up as a Shadow Bolt. I guess her experience from Season 1 taught her that sometimes getting offered what you thought you always wanted can be your worst nightmare. Touche, writers. Touche. And of course we get Ditzy Doo being Ditzy Doo. And yes, I'm going to continue to call her Ditzy Doo because, one, that's how she was originally introduced in the series. And despite the fact that we've had controversies due to being called, derpy hooves and suddenly being forced to be called Bubbles or Muffin or whatever they're calling her, I'm going to keep calling her Ditzy Doo because that's how she was introduced. Even if they're no longer using it, that's how I'm calling her. Anyways, we transition to Mayor as a clown. How appropriate given the controversy of clowns this year. And of course she introduces our favorite, and so far only, canonical zebra character outside of the comic books and the Journal of the Two Sisters, Zecora, who shows that she can be amazing as always. Zecora as a witch. She's already a shaman, so she's really just doing a sidestep, but I love it. The one thing I don't love, however, transitioning back a few frames to where we see Applejack in her Scarecrow costume, this guy. This tennis pony. We have seen him walking around Ponyville like this every day. He is not in costume. Dude, party foul. Going back to Zecora, apparently she's going to be telling every pony deep inside the ever-free forest the legend of Nightmare Moon. Because what fun is Halloween, or rather Nightmare Night, without scaring the pants off of every filly? Lo and behold, as she explains the ridiculous intricacies of what became the legend of Nightmare Moon on Nightmare Night, Princess Luna on her chariot heralded by 2 bat pegasi. Princess Luna has entered the battle. And what a grand entrance she makes. But lo and behold, her entrance has scared every pony back to the center of town, where she again makes another grand entrance, this time actually lowering all the way to the ground. And what's this? Holy hey! Okay, seriously, I didn't really give it that much thought in my first view of this because I was watching for the sake of watching, but holy Luna, this is awesome. Her cape magically turned into bats. That is so sweet. Love it. And apparently every pony either has the memory of an actual elephant, which is nowhere near as good as the saying claims, or, much as we find out Pinky is doing later in the episode, they are pretending to be scared because of Nightmare Night. Either way, Luna becomes understandably offended. Now, in their defense, the Royal Canterlot voice, that crap is scary, man. Like, seriously, if someone was shouting at you with enough volume to literally make you push back, on the ground, that is impressive. I mean, what is this, Skyrim? Fuussroda! Haha! I too can make the references. And yes, Silverquill, unfortunately the best I'm going to be doing with you is impersonations. I intended on working on my hippogriff transformations today, but I didn't have the time. Anywho, we see Twilight Sparkle, naturally being the only one who remembers the history of the past, go after Princess Luna to clarify things. And, after making the same identification I did, she decides the best thing to do is take Luna to Fluttershy, the most meek, demure, and shy pony in Ponyville, for lessons on how to be quiet. And of course that goes about as well as you'd expect, with Fluttershy always locking herself in for Nightmare Night out of fear. And of course, seeing Nightmare Moon or other Princess Luna in front of your house, it's naturally going to scare you back into your house. Now, trusting Twilight as she does come back out and tries to help, but understandably is freaked out as Luna continues to use the royal Canterlot voice. But what's this? Denied. Ooh, right in the face. Poor Fluttershy can't get a break, as Twilight slams the door shut and keeps her from entering. And of course, Twilight, who could have done this all along, just ends up telling Luna how to turn the volume down on her own. And thankfully, Luna thanks Fluttershy for this, by giving her the greatest, biggest hugs we've seen anyone give any pony in the series to date. Well, as of this episode at least. So much so that she can barely breathe and is clearly lightheaded. But of course, misunderstandings ensue as Pinkie Pie, along with the trick-or-treaters, show up at the precisely wrong time. And Pinkie, being Pinkie, just enjoying the moment and unintentionally being oblivious. Yes, I'm calling it unintentionally. Ends up causing everyone to freak out again. And naturally, every pony runs back. Now, before I continue on, I want to go back just a smidge to when the ponies first ran back from Everfree Forest to Ponyville, and point out a few things. One, when I first watched this episode, I didn't really catch this particular moment when they were in the forest dumping the candy for the offering. I apologize for the background noise. That would be our dog. But we have the CMC. And I'll be honest, I legitimately did not notice these three my first viewing. That was just clearly an oversight on my part, but I love this. They are all three classic movie monster prototypes. Scootaloo is a wolf, Sweetie Belle is an old school vampire, and Apple Bloom is the bride of Frankenstein's monster. These three fillies were raised right. And now, moving to the next scene, as the ponies had returned to Ponyville, we see this. Now, this may not mean much to any pony else, but we see this particular mare right here, the one on the right looking confused, a few times in the background, usually with her hood up over her head. Who is this pony? I honestly don't know, but my personal theory is Scootaloo's mother. And here are my reasons. One, they share a similar mane color and style. Mine, her hairstyle could very well be a generic one, since it does look somewhat of a shorter version of Rarity's. But 2, their coat colors are similar. Mine, her hue is a little bit lighter in color than Scootaloo's, but Scootaloo could get the darker color from her father, who we've not seen. 3, similar eye color. Now mind, this eye color is later used again in a later episode from Season 4, Bats, for Flutterbat, but it's also very similar to Scootaloo's eyes. And 4, her body is covered in a cloak, so we don't know if she's an Earth pony or a Pegasus pony. Now, you would figure a Pegasus pony would normally have their wings exposed. However, what if Scootaloo's condition is hereditary? It's just a possibility. Now, continuing with the review, now that I have that out of my system, of course, we see Twilight and Princess Luna return to Ponyville, hoping to clarify things. And who do they go to? The element of honesty, Applejack, who is still a little freaked out like every pony else. But, understanding Twilight the way she does, she makes a genuine effort to try and help Princess Luna experience fun. First, by the spider toss, which I'm assuming is just a variation of the beanbag toss with the Velcro, since I'm assuming that that's pretty much what the spider webs are made out of, is like some Velcro or elastic substance. And after getting her first dead ringer, she is happy as she can be, and looking for even more fun. And how do we get it? With a catapult, y'all! We're going down country with the pumpkin pult competition. And honestly, I'm glad they're not using pneumatic air cannons, but this is awesome. Mind, someone could easily get hurt since those gourds are hard as rocks. But it is so sweet. Well, what's this? Time for apple bobbing. But Pipsqueak's already ahead of the line. And, oh no! Precariously perched. What will become of our little colt? Will he be rescued in the nick of time? Or will he be wet? Let's find out. Soaked. Well, fearing that little Pipsqueak may not be able to swim, Princess Luna rushes to his aid, grasping him by his costume and lifting him out of the water. And of course, Pinkie Pie shows up yet again, misconstrues the situation, and freaks every pony the heck out. And Princess Luna, in her desperation to try and get every pony to calm down, tries to ensue in the fun, but being frustrated, ends up using her alicorn magic and turns the spider toss spiders into actual nightmarish horror arachnids. Oh Lord. And then she kind of cheats because all the spiders crawl up to the bullseye. I mean, come on. No points for you. All points for cheaters. But they're not all on the net, unfortunately. Seems a few of them have gotten into the hair of some of the other ponies. Arachnophobia or arachnophonia. Yes, it's a bad pun, but I'm sticking with it. Nobody calming down, Luna does the only thing she can. The Royal Canterlot voice. But feeling that she has been insulted and pushed beyond her limit, she cancels the holiday. Pinkie, you fool, you've ruined it for everyone. All the fillies and gentle colts are heartbroken, but feeling that things aren't completely out of reach yet, Twilight makes one more attempt to get through to Luna, who unfortunately is hurting too much to listen. So what does Twilight do? she borrows from Family Guy. And no, I'm not going to make any adult-oriented Family Guy. This is just a little nod to my adult audience. But let's just say she James Woods Pinkie Pie. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Aha. And now, cornered. I need an adult. I am an adult. That's another joke for the adult audience. Don't think about it, kids. Forcing Pinkie to promise not to squeal, she has Luna returned. And Luna, hoping to get things to stop by trying to make friends with Pinkie Pie, extends her hoof. And Rainbow Dash ruins it. I meant to point this out earlier, but Rainbow Dash, unfortunately, has a bad habit of pranking at the wrong moments. We learned this in... Well, actually, we didn't learn this, but we learned in Season 1, Griffin the Brush Off, that she enjoyed a good prank. Unfortunately, this takes it too far. The first time, it was somewhat funny because it was clearly done in fun. But this time, she should have known that something important was going on. And she ruined it. Good job, Rainbow Dash. Good job. But, what's this? A revelation? Being scared can be fun. Well, while that's obvious to a lot of adults, it's not always obvious to kids. And that's what this is kind of explaining. It's all fun and games till someone takes it personally. So, Twilight once again ventures to speak to Princess Luna and explain to her that not all is lost. The answer is fear. Oh, yes. And we go back to Ponyville and see everyone trying to clean up the mess that happened in the commotion. And we see the kids forlorn as their holiday is gone. But Zakura is not willing to end it on a sour note. Good for you. So how does she take care of it? By finishing off with the traditional offering. Back in the forest of evil, they get ready to say a tearful goodbye to the holiday forever. When Luna appears in the form of Nightmare Moon. One good scare's gonna do you some good. Yes, that's a little Phineas and Ferb reference for the children out there. Luna is, of course, confused, as I'm sure a lot of people would be. But Pipsqueak clarifies it by showing up and asking her to do it again next year. Because sometimes being scared, well, yes, is scary, it can be fun, if done right. Luna, overjoyed, unintentionally uses the Royal Canterlot voice in gratitude to reinstate the holiday. Which is awesome. We pan back to Ponyville briefly and see everybody back in good spirits. The party's back on. And Luna is swimming in the apple bucket. Tongue-tied today. That's a friendly scare. And as we see Twilight finishing off her letter to Princess Celestia, Rainbow Dash once again tries to pull her lightning prank. But is stopped thanks to Princess Luna with a taste of karma. And with that wink, the episode comes to a conclusion. All in all, this was a pretty decent episode, especially for one of the earlier seasons. And to this day, Luna Eclipsed is regarded as one of the best, if not the best, well, not counting the finale, of course, but one of the single best episodes of Season 2. Especially since it gives us the tormented soul seeking redemption that is Luna, bringing some fan theories to life and destroying others. The only confusing thing about this is seeing her go from the somewhat filly-looking state from episode 2 of season 1 to this state. The only thing I can fear is that the transformation drained her of most, if not all, of her magic temporarily. Well, the transformation back. And then it took this long to get her power back up, and now she's back to looking the way she's supposed to. Now, this was a good episode. Written by M.A. Larson. Of course, the opening theme composed by Daniel Ingram, with all the background music by William Anderson. Produced by Sarah Wall, and edited by Rob Renzetti. The supervisor director was Jason Thiazen, and the normal director was James Wooton. M.A. Larson is known primarily for mostly great episodes. Like everyone, he has his off days, but this is hailed as being one of his big ones. At least for Season 2, and I can understand why. It had a few minor things I'm not going to nitpick on. But again, this is all like Flash animation, so there's bound to be a few issues. But it has decent pacing, an overall good story. Some good laughs, follows the rule of 3 fairly well for the most part. And introduces a decent conflict that, given the situation, is reasonably taken care of within the episode's time slot. A lot of times I might complain about it being resolved too quickly, but this is one of those moments where I think it was resolved in just the right amount of time. Given the episode. It doesn't fully take care of her issues with Ponykind, but it does give her a good hoof step in the right direction. Well, what do you think? Do you agree with any of my observations? Do you disagree? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Additionally, if you have any suggestions for future material, please feel free to leave them in the comments below as well, or wait until the end credits, or even view the video description to see other ways in which you can contact me in order to leave your suggestions, submit fan art, etc. I hope every pony out there has enjoyed this review. This is my first major review in this style and format, and I really hope I did good with it. If you want to see more videos like this one, please let me know. Feel free to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. If you didn't like it, please feel more than welcome to hit the other one. If you want to see more of my videos in the future, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button. But before you do, please click my name above the video description and go to my other videos I've done, such as first thoughts on some of my live action reviews from before this format of My Little Pony, Equestria Girls, Dragon Ball Super, and yes, I do intend on reviewing the newest DBS. It might be in the next day or two. I just got really behind over the weekend. Also check out some of my impersonation videos, such as John Delancey's Discord singing Glass of Water, my tribute to Robin Williams, or my cover of Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. And, there's a lot more I intend on doing in the future. But again, if there's anything you want to see me do, please let me know. And as always, every pony, don't go changing for anyone but yourselves. Thank you. Have a good, safe night. And happy Halloween. And happy Nightmare Night.
See you all next time. Trick or treat.
The images in the preceding program were shot in the Ponytown Roleplay Sim and Second Life. Ponytown Roleplay is a non-profit role-playing experience created by the Second Life Brony and Pegasister community, and to our knowledge has no official affiliation with the My Little Pony brand. Moonshadow Mystery the Changeling, also known as Compound Eyes and Moonlight Shadow, is the original character, and by extension, creative and intellectual property of its creator, Darren Self, better known as Moonshadow Mystery the Changeling. If you'd like to contribute to this channel, wish to submit fan art, make more extensive suggestions for critique, or would like to view other creative content associated with this channel or its creator, then you may do so by using the links available in the video description, which are as follows: Skype, Moonshadow Mystery, Darren Self, Gmail, selfdarren1@gmail.com. DeviantArt, http://greatdragonseru.deviantart.com. Facebook, www.facebook.com/darren.self.12. Twitter, @Moonshadow_Mist, spelled MYST. Second Life, @Moonshadow Mystery, otherwise known as Dark Ryu Burner. Patreon is currently unavailable and is pending payment method verification.
Colts and mares of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see, this our pony Halloween. This is Nightmare Night, this is Nightmare Night, pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Nightmare Night, everybody make a scene, trick or treat till the neighbor's gonna die of fright. It's our town, everybody scream. In our pony Halloween, I the one hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red. I am the one hiding under your stairs, fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair. This is Nightmare Night, this is Nightmare Night, Nightmare Night, Nightmare Night, Nightmare Night, Nightmare Night. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song. In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise. That corner man hiding in the trash can, something's waiting no to pound you. Your scream, this is Halloween, red and black and slimy green. You scared? Well, that's just fine. Say it once, say it twice, take a chance and roll the dice. You know the moon in the dead of night. Everybody scream, everybody scream. In our town of Halloween, I am the clown with the tearaway face, here in a flash and not without a trace. I am the who when you call, who's there? I am the wind blowing through your hair. I am the shadow on the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright. This is Nightmare Night, this is Nightmare Night, Nightmare Night, Nightmare Night, Nightmare Night, Nightmare Night, Nightmare Night. Tender lovings everywhere, life's no fun without a good scare. That's our job, but we're not mean. In our pony Halloween. In this town, don't we love it now? Everyone's waiting for the next surprise. Nightmare moon might catch you in the back and scream. She make you jump out of your skin. This is Nightmare night. Everybody scream. Would you please make for a very special mare? Your moon in the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin queen now. Says Nightmare night. This is Nightmare night. Nightmare night. Nightmare night. Nightmare night. Nightmare night. In this town we call home. Everyone hail to the pumpkin song. La 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 la. Wee! Happy Nightmare Night.